What matters to me in sport is understanding sportsmanship and its importance to the sports world. Sportsmanship is something that is introduced to kids at a very young age as soon as they begin to play the sport. It often is instilled within them by their coaches or their parents. Um, Sportsmanship is having respect for the game, first and foremost, and coming with that is respecting your opponents, your referees, your spectators, and even yourself. Sportsmanship means that you understand that it is a game, and it's not a life or death situation. So you shouldn't take it that seriously, and you should never have an ill will towards an opponent and really go out of your way to do anything harmful to them. Understand that it's a game at its base. That's what it is. So sportsmanship is something that is important to be instilled in children because it's something that can be carried on with you throughout your life. Every time you go to make a relationship, a friendship, maybe looking for a job interview or something like that, the first thing they're going to notice about you is your character and the way you carry yourself. And sportsmanship is directly correlated to that. The way you treat your opponent on the field, on the court, wherever it may be, says a lot about how you treat everyone else. So it's very important that sportsmanship is in the head of every athlete, and they remember that when it comes down to it, the game isn't everything. The way you treat people really could have an impact on the rest of your life. Because when you think about it, 90% of kids that are playing sports at a very young age aren't even going to end up playing in high school. And beyond that, it's even less that are going to be playing in college, and then an even minimal number of that are going to make it to the NBA, NFL, MLB. So the sports aren't going to take you where you have to go. You are. So the lessons that sport can teach you, which I think number one is sportsmanship again, are very important. They're going to influence you well beyond the years you actually are playing the sport, and they're going to have a huge impact on your character and the way that people perceive you. An influence to me that made me even decide to discuss sportsmanship today is my favorite football player and probably my favorite overall athlete, actually, Rob Gronkowski. Gronkowski is arguably the best tight end in the NFL. He had amazing stats last year before, envied by a lot of people for his talents. But he's also a guy who's respected league-wide for the way he treats other people, carries himself. Yeah, he gets a lot out of control at the parties, but he understands that other people have to be treated with respect. And I maybe appreciate that most about him. Also, his touchdown celebration is something that stands out to me that I wanted to touch on. It's just that he could do so many things. He might be able to take a shot at the other team or kind of embarrass them or even just try to be a cocky guy, because honestly he could. But he chooses to just spike the ball to every touchdown, which now gets his teammates pumped up. That's all it does. It doesn't intimidate the other team. It doesn't really do anything to embarrass them or provoke them. It's just his personal celebration to excite his own team, never about anything else. And that's a big thing in sportsmanship. It's being proud of your team, pumping up your team, but doing it in a way that isn't going to offend anybody else. So Rob Gronkowski is a huge idol for me in regards to sportsmanship, definitely. But sportsmanship's impact goes well beyond the game. It's going to be with you through life, and that's why sportsmanship matters to me.